What up, guys? Amy's under the table right now. Trying to get these mics sorted. How to do YouTube wrong. Drink that coffee. Salute. Nice to have you here.
Grab a drink. We're going to tell you all about how we are doing YouTube wrong.
Completely wrong.
So this isn't one of those YouTube tip things. Videos,
Yeah.
What's the word?
This is an honest appraisal of our ventures.
The journey of realizing where we're doing it all wrong. All of our YouTube mistakes, right?
Yeah, it's just us wanting to share a bit of our experience with you.
We had a big realization, didn't we, about our YouTube journey, and we want to document it for us, so selfishly, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But we also want to document it for you guys.
And all the bumps in the road, and we just want to give you an honest insight to how we're doing it and what we're doing about it, really.
Yeah. First thing that we did was completely overload ourselves with information. So those YouTube tip videos, we watched them all.
There's
all of them.
There's so many videos out there on how to make a thumbnail.
Yeah.
How to make a channel. How to do channel art. How to have
your
a
titles
theme.
and your tags and
Let's not talk about the niche.
Niching down. You gotta niche down.
You gotta niche down. You know? If I'm going to talk about mugs, I'm going to talk about the mug handles, and I'm going to talk about the material the mug handles are made out of.
Anywho, if you've watched any of those videos, and you probably have if you're watching this one, you know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
But we overloaded ourselves.
And what happens with that is that you lose the whole purpose along the way, right? It's like, why did we start YouTube, right?
Our friends Mel and Sarah suggested that we start a YouTube channel. We were already thinking about creating video. I think we were more on the Instagram side though, and our whole purpose at the beginning was to share our experience like we are now.
Yeah, and help other people.
And help other people through that. And then Mel and Sarah were like, oh, you should start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, look at these people. Look at these people.
Yeah.
You guys are hilarious. You guys have the dynamic. You guys should,
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we should try that.
Yeah, and the first thing we did, we went on a road trip across Canada. So we were like, okay, let's document that, and then we'll start our channel,
Yeah,
right?
so we documented 40 days on the road. It was a good experience because, we had no knowledge of YouTube, and it's not like we were holding like this fancy camera in front of our face. It wasn't that intimidating. You know what I mean?
No.
It was just us on an adventure, so you really got a raw...
That's it. We were just ourselves. We picked up the camera when we wanted to, when we felt like we should, and we just documented as we went. We didn't have any of this information in our heads from all of those YouTube tip videos saying, oh, you have to do this, make sure you do that, oh, blah, blah, blah. We just went, and it's probably the best stuff we've shot today. Even now we know all of this information that helps.
We do enjoy vlogging. We do enjoy the filming aspect, but we were very nervous in front of the camera. Take them back to our first video. Maybe we could show them a clip.
Yeah.
But if we show you a clip of our first video, we're like sweating profusely.
Yeah. I mean, it was the middle of summer.
We're in my grandma's like side
second bedroom.
Yeah, and we're just there on the couch like, okay, what do we do?
Yeah.
Right?
So that was exactly right. So that was the first time we were trying to make a YouTube video, and it was horrific. It was horrific because
but it was scary, but it was so much fun at the same time.
It was fun. But we did lose our why very, very quickly.
Very fast, right?
Yeah.
Once we filled our brains with knowledge of all these how-to channels on YouTube, we slowly forgot why we were doing it.
Yeah, and so this channel now is actually our second channel, because our first channel we started off with all of our travel stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then we went to this influencer summit. It was all about delivering value, right? And at that time, we were basically a travel channel.
Basically,
right?
yeah.
We weren't putting in the value that we wanted to put in, right?
Yeah,
it was just us on our road trip.
Here, look at us climb up a mountain. Look at us go to a waterfall. And, sometimes those things are nice to watch.
Yeah.
We agree. Like, we love travel stuff.
Of course.
And, like, if we're looking to travel to certain places in the world, we'll probably do some research and stuff like that. But besides that, we had lost our why onto helping people and to really delivering some value to their lives and some experience.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And then the Influencer Summit made us realize that we didn't have that value. So then we took a step back, we reassessed, And then we tried to reinvent the wheel. We came up with this crazy concept, and it included millennials and game style videos and all of this. And long story short, we absolutely hated it.
Hated it.
We brought the why back, and we were creating things which had a message and which had value, but no one was watching it. Nobody understood it, and we absolutely hated filming it.
We hated filming it.
So that's
I mean, I felt
thing.
like an actor, and
yeah, we weren't
it
being
was very
ourselves.
scripted. It was very. It just wasn't us, right? It
No.
was, and that's the thing. Like, we want to be comfortable. That's why we're in our cozy sweaters now, just hanging out with you guys, because we want to
With
include you and share our experience with you, but we don't want to yell at you, because we also got into that too.
Yeah, we got into the
like,
preach
you need
stage.
to know, blah blah blah. Don't you understand? And who wants to be yelled at? We're not your mom. Tell me to go left, you go
right with an attitude.
That's right.
So we found our why again. We were trying to create that value, but then we lost the enjoyment of it.
So we blew that channel up.
So we deleted that. We were like, we learned a lot. We did learn.
We learned a lot.
When you create something and you look back on it and you're like, what was I thinking? What the hell was that? You realize everything that you did wrong, everything that you don't like about it. And that is growth. That is progress. And that's what you need. I think a lot of people, me especially, you strive for perfection straight away, and that's just not going to happen. And even if you create a video that you're really proud of in the moment, if you don't look back on it and realize, even if it's something small, that you could improve,
where can you get better, right?
Yeah, you should always have your eyes open always have your eyes open to seeing how you can improve, even if it's tiny, because then you can put that into your next video, right?
Absolutely. It's learning how to adjust, to not necessarily fail, because a lot of people say fail, but it's like you fail forward, you fail often, and you got to learn how to have those stumbling blocks and move forward, right? Take something from everything that you create, right? It is all a learning experience, right? If you can have that attitude while you're going along for the journey, then you're going to learn, and you're always going to improve.
One thing I do agree with on all of these YouTube tip channels is just press record. If you take months and months to plan your first video, you could have made 100 videos. And
Absolutely.
that is a lot better, I think. Because even though, like we said, we had a whole channel and we had, I think, almost 40 videos on there, but we realized that this isn't what we want to do. This isn't the vibe of the channel that we want to create. It was almost like our tester channel without us realizing.
Trial run.
If you have done that and you want to delete a channel, just delete it. If it has no relevance to what you then want to go on to do with a new channel, don't feel like it's a waste of time, because you've learned things, right? You take it from it.
It's what you've drawn on your experience from that time spent in learning, even if it's learning how to edit a crappy video, But then we started our new channel, and we got into vlogging, sharing our lives, but very childishly.
So that was our next thing, right? So we were watching all these YouTube tip channels, getting all of the tips on tags and titles and thumbnails. But then we also started watching all of these young vloggers.
So what's the lesson learned? We're not 20.
Yeah, we got completely lost in all of these
We're
channels.
not in college. We're not learning how to study.
No.
We're not learning how to make matcha. What I still don't even really know what matcha is.
I don't really know what
to
matcha
be
is
honest.
either.
We're not learning TikTok dance, even though I'm kind of curious to try one, but
Are you?
Yeah, I'm 31 and curious about a TikTok dance. But that's the thing, right? We had lost who we were once again.
Yeah, we were overloading our brains then with 20-year-old vloggers just because they had a huge following. We were like, oh, well, they're obviously doing something right. And yeah, they are. They're appealing to their demographic. Our demographic is going to be our age group, or at least people who are on the same wavelength. So you might be 20 and you might watch our channel and you might feel like you connect with us. That's great. But we know that we can't deliver content for 20-year-olds when we are 30-year-olds.
Yeah, because if I think about the time when I'm 20 years old, I'm not watching someone 30 and being like, they're cool.
No.
I'm like, they're old. They know what VHS is and a floppy disk. Floppy disk. Yeah. Google it.
But that's it, right? We were looking at all of these channels And then we were kind of molding ourselves again into these characters a little bit, documenting like our crumpets. And no, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I
no
don't
one
care
really
about
cares.
your crumpets.
So I think our suggestion is be true to who you are.
Completely.
Completely.
You have
right?
to, else
and
you're not going to
it.
stick
like,
to it.
It's got to be raw. It's got to be you. It's got to be something that is genuine from the heart. You know what I mean? Like, people aren't interested in your fake crap.
If you're just putting out complete BS, people know that. They know it, and they'll just click off. But if they can feel you and they know that you're genuine and that is you, they feel that connection, even through a screen.
Absolutely.
You know?
We really want to share our experience and then draw from our experience, share it with you and the lessons we learned, and then make some suggestions on maybe how you can avoid the problems that we did, right? Like
losing your why, not being yourself.
Right? There's so
Too
many
much information.
So if we can fail for you,
which we have,
and share what we failed at and teach you, so you don't have to make the same mistakes.
Exactly.
Then you're winning, right? And then we're providing something for you, right? And that's what we really want to do, right? We're learning along the way, but we're also sharing what we've learned.
Yeah, and that's the main aim, right? This channel has always been on a better path than the last one. The last one was a mess.
Absolutely.
And we were documenting our lives, but then I got into a huge Casey Neistat phase.
I'm going to let her talk to you about Casey Neistat.
He thinks I fancy him. I don't. No offense to Casey Neistat on that. It's just not my type. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Okay, let's make a vlog, guys.
So my Casey Neistat phase, I hadn't really watched much of his stuff. Shock, I know.
But she fell in love.
I fell in love. So he's obviously an older YouTuber.
Pause. Continue.
So he's obviously an older YouTuber, and we'd been watching all of these 20-year-olds. So it was kind of a breath of fresh air to watch someone who was a bit older in a different stage of their life. And obviously he's so huge because he's a little filmmaker. Every video is a movie and it tells a story. And I was watching his videos. I was binging his videos and something just clicked. I was like, we're not telling a story. We're just documenting us making crumpets and then going for a walk or whatever.
But that's not us.
That's
not
it,
our
right?
style, right? And I think Casey Neistat, he brought to light the story element of things. You know what I mean? The purpose, the underlying message of certain things. You know, it's taking something simple but also telling a message behind it. Like, whoa. Pardon me.
Putting that in.
Of course. We're getting intimate.
Oh.
Take that, Emma Chamberlain.
This is our experience, our journey, and how we've realized that we do want to tell stories. We want to share experience. We don't just want to, like we've said, document us eating crumpets. We were trying to do YouTube for YouTube. We were trying to please the algorithm. We were trying to copy what everyone else was doing. We were jumping on trends. Like, it wasn't enjoyable. That's not what we want to do. But we had to go through that. We had to go through all of that stuff with our old channel as well to realize, okay, right, this doesn't work for us. This doesn't work for us. This doesn't work for us. But this does. The more that you film and the more things that you try, the more you realize what you really don't like and the things that you really do like. And you find your flow and your style. And I don't think we've found it yet. Like, we've just had kind of like a little epiphany along the way, and I'm sure our content is going to continue to grow and change.
Always.
But it was kind of like we reached a point and we went, oh, okay, everything makes more sense to us now.
Absolutely. I think you can get caught up with what YouTube wants. I mean, there's so many people on the platform producing similar stuff. There are trends that I'm sure we could plug ourselves into, but that's not necessarily what we want our channel to be about. We both like traveling, we both like learning, we both like experiencing new things, and we want to share those things with you. And, you know, we both enjoy the challenge of life, the challenge that, you know, going through things and learning something and then being able to share it with you guys. That's kind of where we're at right now.
If I'm not excited to make it, I'm not going to, because it's not going to feel genuine and real and authentic, right?
Absolutely.
The main things that we've learned then are, make sure you know what your why is. Write
why,
it down.
Why? Yep. We have our why written right in front of us, right there.
And your why might change. If it changes, it changes. But don't be stubborn. If you have an initial why and then you go, hang on, this doesn't work for me. My why is actually this. Then change it. Don't just get stuck.
Don't.
Because this is your channel. This is your journey. And yes, you're connecting with other people and bringing other people in on that journey as well. But you should enjoy it. You should be doing it for you as an expression.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people, you know, they see YouTubers and they're influencers and they're making all this money and stuff like that. And of course, that's the side of the business that you would love to experience. Like, who doesn't like money, right? That's the truth of it. But at the end of the day, you got to have fun creating things that you enjoy creating, right? It's a whole creative experience. It's me being able to share myself on the internet. We're so blessed to have these things, and gratitude to be able to share our lives, right? So it's a platform. It's something that allows us to be creative. It allows us to express ourselves, right? And if there's no fun in doing it, and if we're just copying other people's trends and other people's channels, then what the heck's the point, right? It's like, be true to yourself. I think that's huge, right?
If you are creating things to get an income, to make money, and that just doesn't happen, and then you give up, then you weren't in it for the right thing. So it's like, that's it, right? We were trying to, like we said, please the algorithm, create things that we thought got subscribers and then income. But now we feel a lot more
secure in ourselves. I think it's just like,
clearer.
This is us. This is raw.
Our self-discovery and, as we said, expression. And I know that since this little light bulb has gone off and we've realized what we've done wrong, I know that we can create what we want to create and put it out there. And if we don't make money from it, if we don't grow, if we only stay at 89 subscribers, which is where we're at now, that's fine.
That's fine.
I'm excited. Like, we have all these ideas now, right?
Yeah.
And we're excited to make them. We're excited to put them out there. If we help one person, that's awesome.
That's awesome, right?
If we don't help anyone, we're helping ourselves still, the selfish side of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're getting some venting out or whatever it is, you know? But it's us sharing this stuff allows us to see ourselves sharing this stuff, as weird as that sounds.
You can learn a lot about yourself when you watch it back, and even just talking, and you're like, oh, I get it now. I get myself a bit more. Yeah, it's that great documentation too, right? We can go back.
Yeah, I can't wait till I'm 50 to look back on all the videos we've created. You know, it's going to be awesome. You know, we'll have like one night a year where we'll just binge all of our content because it'll be cool, man. You know? Oh, remember when I could ride a skateboard, honey?
Why is your accent changed?
Oh, I'm all old and creaky, you know?
So I think that's pretty much it.
We've re-realized our why.
Re-realized,
right?
Yeah, and we are enjoying ourselves. We are not getting wrapped up in pleasing the algorithm and creating things that are going to make us blow up overnight.
Exactly. We know YouTube's hard. We know that it's a challenging platform. We know there's a lot required, and we would just like to know, if you want to comment down below, what your struggles are, what are you going through with YouTube, what's frustrating you, and have you lost your why, you know?
Yeah. Are you one of these people who, like we did, just binges all of these YouTube tip videos, and you're like, oh, yeah. I genuinely think that if the right person finds your content, and that might take a while, but if they find it and they love it and they binge it, then they share it, and then it's a domino effect, right?
Exactly.
I genuinely believe that the right people will find your content, even if it takes a little bit of time.
Absolutely.
Some people are lucky enough that those people find them straight away. Some people, it takes a bit longer. You've got to be patient and
persistent, but also you got to have fun with it, right?
Yeah.
And with the whole optimizing your video and all that stuff, it's about optimizing really yourself and improving every time, you know, getting a little bit better and a little bit better, and being proud of what you've created, right? Because when you look back on it, if we look back on any of our videos from months ago, you know, it's just like, whoa, right? Because you can see how much you've changed and how much you've grown and how much you're able to deliver, you know, clearer speech or, you know, be more concise or whatever it is, right? Enjoy the journey, because it is a journey, right?
It is, yeah.
So we hope you got something out of that.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thanks for watching. I hope you're not done your coffee because I need another one.
I need another one too.
And I'm going to go and cuddle up in bed.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really just got up.
I know. Bye.
Bye.